Live from TV Dinner Theater Radio Show's East Village Studio. Apartments. T.
Hi. Happy Earth Day. Kick off your shoes and put up your feet. The food's almost done. Oh, and Mother Earth is our guest tonight, so mind your manners and get ready to be schooled. Here she is now, singing the blues with the Tucci Group over her unrequited love of humanity. A broken-hearted Miss Terra Firma sings, I'm so blue.
Not too long ago, it was just the other day, it felt so very good. Everything was going my way. Had all your love and attention too. My whole life, it revolved around you. You are the sun that warms my soul. You are my heart, I pay it toll. Without you in my life, I'm so blue. Then one morning, as the sun broke through, you told me it's over. You had found someone new. My heart stopped beating, my blood ran cold. I stopped living, put it all on hold. You are the sun that warms my soul. You are my heart, I pay it toll. Without you in my life, I'm so blue. Now I'm trying real hard to leave you behind, but it's just impossible to rid you from my mind. I've learned my lesson well. I guess it was due. Without you in my life, I'm so blue.
When I was putting together tonight's menu, I realized what a tall order organic, healthy, and earth-friendly could be. I mean, no wonder you're crying the blues, Mama. But once I decided to avoid processed foods and focus on local, in-season fruits and veggies, I was able to effectively reduce packaging and increase health points for all of us. So after a quick Google crash course in city composting techniques, I just headed off to the kitchen to let my taste buds do the rest. All the juicy details are in the Everybody's Gotta Eat blog. But right now, you can wash your hands and come to the table because dinner is served. Butter roll, please. To start, we'll have cool, crisp romaine and spinach salad, teaming with a spring bouquet of finely chopped scallions, beets, radishes, and artichoke hearts, all tossed through and through with a homemade rosemary lemon dressing. Then, we'll warm up to a hearty bowl of steaming soba noodles with spring-harvested sweet green peas, asparagus tips, and basil leaves in a delectable pesto sauce topped with freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And finally, for dessert, after we've cleared the table and put on the coffee and tea, our guest of honor will serve one of her irresistible parties in a bowl with a mouth-watering medley of strawberries, watermelon, and Breezy Hill Orchard apples, bathed in guava juice and topped with homemade vegan coconut whipped cream. So pace yourselves. Take a moment to give thanks in whatever way you do, and then manja, and feel good about it, because Mama Earth's gonna taste the love too, and be proud.
so blue.
Welcome to the Landfill Diner. Get your fill at landfill. I'm Marge and I'll be your waitress. Would you like to start with cold or hot saturated fat? Our specials today are dry, wet, powdered, a solid saturated fat, and/or chopped canned or open saturated fat. They all come with large portions of saturated fat on a plate or in a cup, or you can have pesticide marinated unsaturated fat instead. And of course, for dessert, we have your choice of ice saturated fat topped with saturated fat. Who's first?
That's why we make
Mac Mel Rico.
Because if you like mac and cheese meatloaf, you'll love Mac Mel Rico.
It feels meaty, but there's no bull about it.
And it's cheesy. Pick the family up some Mac Mel Rico at your local grocer. And remember, a little recycled bag or jar goes far. Together, we'll do better.
Organic, vegan, and good.
And cheesy.
Mac Mel Rico.
What better way to observe Earth Day than to recycle some rhymes and pitch in on a good idea?
This is not a test, it's an emergency
See,
broadcast.
Vero wrote this song before global warming, contaminated food recalls, and environmental responsibility made it to the prime time.
This is not a test.
So I just dusted it off and wound up a new TV version to roll. And no matter what you call it, sanitize or balance, it's an emergency broadcast of a broadcast emergency. And this is not a test.
My body's clogged up from all this guck. Years of abandonment stuck to my skin. I feel disgusting, I think I'm gonna throw up. Oceans of water just to cleanse up from decades of waste that you've left on me. Stepped on me without realizing you could be killing me. Cause without me there's no you see. Tell me, what are you gonna do when the clock strikes 12? Dig a hole in the ground, pray amongst yourselves. Run, little pigs, go ahead, run for your lives. Scatter my dirt, don't sanitize. Don't think twice, don't buy the hype, then don't be surprised. It's just all a balance. How does it feel to chew on my flesh, savor my blood and feast on the rest? Swap chunks of me in cellophane wrap and watch my whole life fry away on your pan. You fry away on your pan with my blood on your hands. Hot damn, hot pan, hot ham, hot scam, ho, here we go. Again, you know suckers by the meat and you know you can't win. Cause we got 'em hooked buyers, don't stop taking. Tell it to the face and it doesn't even faze them. Suppliers won't stop faking. They spill a landfill but the stock's still trading. Supersizers won't stop till they drop on the cow that you ate every week. So I guess I'll be the maggots munching on your grave when you're 6 feet deep. No, don't sanitize, it's okay, don't even try. Why bother, don't buy the lies. I'll get your back, don't be surprised. You know it's all a balance. I'm your everyday view, probably nothing new anymore. I'm that crab growing stuck on that cocaine. I'm sure I'm the wind giving birth to El Nino. You raped me, this is your child in me. And the generations that follow this greed, sipping cancer cocktails by an angry sea, have about as much of a chance as a sirloin steak in a fat man's hands. And then what are they gonna do when the clock strikes 12? Dig a hole in the ground, pray amongst themselves. Run, little kids, go ahead, run for your lives. Scatter the hurt and turn a blind eye. Don't purify, it's okay, don't criticize. Why bother, don't buy the lies, and don't be surprised. This is not a test, what you give is what you get. This is not a test, it's my defense. This is not a test, it's my request.
This is WICUP 33.3, New York City's only imaginary radio station dedicated to bringing you all mime all of the time. We'll be back to the mime in a moment. Now for news, traffic, and weather every 10 minutes before a quarter till. That's 35 after the hour or 25 till the hour every hour. For 5:34 on the second, set your clocks at the tone.
It's Earth Day, the 22nd of April. Good evening, I'm Sarah Page. Under gray skies, 58 degrees in Central Park, here's what's making news this hour. At a U.S. per barrel price that keeps us cursing at the pump, crude oil is trading higher today than education, human development, and healthcare put together. And modern gays just may get a taste of what hetero men, women, children, Jews, blacks, bumblebees, and the Dorcas stag beetle have experienced for years.
It may happen, but it's probably not something they should get used to.
I'm Sarah Page at the 33.3 Business Desk.
News Time is brought to you by
Oil Addicts of America. The first step is realizing you have a problem.
New York City turns to primetime mime time. Now for traffic and weather together on the 41s, good evening, Skylar Copter.
There's already some of those expected delays on the Arctic Sea Thruway. We have a major slowdown there as more sea ice disappears. Be prepared to turn off your engines while you wait to save on that pricey gas bill. They're still clearing those polar bear carcasses out of the way. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Car emissions are the second leading producers of greenhouse gases, which may be causing brake lights to flash bumper to bumper all over the planet. We can see drivers creeping by the worst wildfire seasons ever, squinting past major visibility concerns as drought creates severe dust storms, while other folks are splashing around in floods that cause hundreds of millions of dollars in damage, leaving most wishing for a street ride high-tide hybrid to hit the road, Jack. From up here, these conditions have those old LA smog alerts, shifting plates, and blackouts looking like a Sunday drive. We may see some traffic reduction, though, as extreme heat waves cause thousands of deaths for your fellow motorists. I'm Sky Copter for WICUP Traffic Reports, brought to you by Catastrophes RS Insurance. We may not be able to replace lives, but if you survive, we'll put our 2 cents in towards the stuff you have to buy. Over and out, Sarah.
Thanks, Sky. Without you, we could all end up stuck in traffic and not even know it, Mr. Copter.
Now, here's meteorologist Sarah Page.
Wind southeast at 11 miles per hour with gusts up to 28 miles per hour. Max UV index for the day is still low after that afternoon shower moistened things up. Careful though, those rush hour roads may be slick. Forecasts into the next century, we're expecting a scorcher, boys and girls, upping the global ante 4 to 11 degrees Fahrenheit overall. And severe storms could increase drastically, causing the 100 million people in coastal low-lying areas like Boston, Miami, and New York to see anywhere from 10 to 23 inches increase. All this heat could mean shorter winters and less snow though, leaving less risk of being sued for not salting and shoveling those sidewalks. Thank goodness. While the good people of government and countless activist groups plead for us to focus on our future, I'm Sarah Page, reminding you not to neglect your TV set. Turn on the big screen, energy guzzling romance, and tune into the nonsense. Go ahead, get your zone on. You've earned it. We'll have another check on traffic and weather together in less than 10 minutes. WICUP is on the air in New York City. Now back to you, Marcel.